What's up guys, back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video we are going to go over budget Feixiao team. Pretty much this is going to be an example of, let's say you accidentally pulled a character, you're building a pity, boom, you pulled her. Let's say you had pity built, you threw a couple singles or a multi, and you pulled her, back to saving. Maybe it was like a Hail Mary single or multi and you pulled her there, right? You don't have any currency left, you don't want to pull for a Lycon, whatever it may be, right? You don't have Robin or some of the other characters. This team will help you out, and it will get you the 5 cycle clear for the first half of MOC. So let's go over a few things first. First things first, obviously you wouldn't have a light cone, so we are rocking swordplay. This is probably the hardest thing to get on this team. Besides, I guess Gallagher, since you can't pick him up for free anymore. But if you've been playing for a while, you probably have Gallagher picked or you summoned him. But yeah, swordplay is probably the hardest thing to get. It is on the weapon banner, so if you did a couple multis there, maybe you pulled it. If not, it is what it is. You could use some of the other light cones that you have. Just use whatever is best, right? Should be fine. But swordplay is going to be pretty good for Feixiao. Then we're rocking the free Herder Shop one for March. Also, we're using Mission Cogs. I highly recommend you get every 3-star light cone to S5 because you never know when you're going to need them. Like, example, I didn't think I'd ever use this thing. Here comes along Boot Hill, and it's actually pretty solid on him because he doesn't have a bunch of other options. And I'm like, damn, good thing I have every 3-star Lycon at S5, and if I ever need them, I have them ready, available to go. So yeah, keep that in mind. Always feed them in. Mission Cogs for Asta. Then the Gallagher one is a free-to-play Herder Shop one, so you don't have to worry about that. You just, buy it with currency, or you can get it from weekly boss drops. I think from the newer ones. I could be mistaken on that one. Don't quote me on it. I know the older ones do drop. So I assume this one would dropping from the newer ones, but if not, you can always just buy it from the shop. In terms of dupes though, my Gallagher and Asta are E6. The only one that I think is essential is going to be the E2, so you can cleanse with Gallagher. But other than that, everything is pretty much just a slight buff. It's not doing anything crazy. March is going to get her ult faster, and her charge stacks for her talent are going to go down slower. So do keep that in mind if you have less dupes in your characters. But other than that, let's just jump into it. Now, obviously, if you have better characters, you can use them instead. Like, instead of Asta, if you have, like, Romay, you have Robin, or you have Bronya, Sparkle, or maybe you can obviously substitute them. For March, she's pretty solid, so unless you have something like an E0S1 or E1 Topaz, you pretty much just use March. And then for Gallagher, he actually is pretty helpful here because he's giving Feixiao an extra action. Well, not her an extra action, but he action advance on his ult, so you can get extra attacks in to help charge Feixiao's ult faster. So do keep that in mind. If you have like a really slow healer, then they might not be helping out as much as you think. But if you have like Aventurine or you have like a Ho and you want to use them, you totally can. For this one, I'm going to take out the guy on the left just because he can be a bit annoying. We do not get ult here, which is unfortunate because normally we do get ult, but we are going to get our charge stacks before we do anything with Feixiao. Normally if you get hit, you get your ult with Gallagher, you would ult and then attack into this guy so you take less damage, because survivability on this team can be pretty annoying. I actually had to record, this is what, the third attempt on it. First run, we had a funny March incident, and I ended up dying because of it, right? I'll probably I'll either like post it on Twitter or someplace else just for the funny. But it was rather unfortunate. And then the second one, I had such bad RNG. March just is like a target for just wanting to get killed for some reason. I don't know what it is. March just can't stay alive sometimes, which is really funny because I tested this team 3 times, I believe, and every single time I didn't have a single issue. Like, every time all the attacks are spread out or they get hit and I just heal right away. But of course, the second you hit record, oh my gosh, bro, you couldn't pay these guys to stay on script and just not try to kill you. In terms of how fast you want to clear, by the way, it's pretty much just try to defeat everybody before you get to this saying 28 right here. Fortunately, we are going to get hit with an AoE there, but I think that's fine because it actually charges up our ults here. So now we're able to pop this again. And then we're close to Gallagher ult, and all we have to do is hit him once with this, and he's gone. So I think that's fine. I'll take the extra energy. Okay, with this... Yeah, we can pop this again. Stay at max stacks. Pop, pop. Then we are going to do this. I'm actually tempted to save his ult so we don't get into a pickle on the next turn. Because that does happen, and I will say is a bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, hopefully we take this guy out. I think we should be fine here. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, it looks like this is definitely a run where... Aw, rip. I'd say this is definitely a run where if we had the March ult, we could probably take him out. I don't think Gallagher will be enough, so I'm not going to bother with it. I'll just take the L, unfortunately. Last run I had, I did end up clearing it right before we switched cycles, so it was pretty helpful. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't help it, you know. If you guys have, maybe if you have better relics, or you use someone else, or you have a better light cone, like let's say if you have Ratio's light cone on her, you'd probably be able to sneak in the cycle there. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. You can't do too much about that. Yeah, definitely want to save the ult for this interaction, because if Kafka decides to hit March and then action advances her, it could be a pretty nasty combo. That's fine there. Alright, that's fine. Oh, that's like... Okay, bro. The one time I really didn't need to save my ult is the time they do that. Okay, so... Yeah, let's do that just in case we can't take them out. Pop this for the max stacks. Alright, looks like we're going to take this guy out just fine. Pop this again just so we always have it. Alrighty. Bop. Come on. Alright, we took him out. Awesome. I think we should be able to take her out before we get to 25 cycles. I believe the last clear I had, I can't remember the ones, the 2 runs before, but I did get 26. So that is a big W. I think we just throw out a basic here, because it's not going to go down because of the ult. Then we just focus on throwing out. I think I might heal. Oh no, we don't need to heal, because luckily Gallagher has that cool effect where if we attack enter, we heal ourselves. Otherwise, I would have 100% popped the heal there, because we definitely don't want to get KO'd here. I'm definitely not trying to record 3 losses. That would be pretty unfortunate, especially because it's been like 2 hours, because it's like, first one failed, look at the clip, laugh, it's funny, you know. Cats wanted, cats were meowing, check on them, right? Come back, sit down, same spiel, right? And of course it happens later in the video, and I'm like, bro, come on, man, we can't be doing this every single time, right? And then we get KO'd, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab something to eat before the next one. I look over and I was like, dude, I was supposed to be done recording like 2 hours ago, man, what happened? Ooh, this is gonna be a little close with depending on how much damage March takes. Just kidding. Gallagher, OP. What the heck was that? Was that my phone? That was weird. It sounded like something vibrated. Anyway. Actually scared me because I was like, my phone isn't on vibrate. Oh, it's just our pipes. Okay, I was like, dude, what the heck is happening? We are cutting it a bit close, which is unfortunate. That one cycle that we just slipped into was rather unfortunate. So if you guys have issues with that, you can just fish for a run where you get like really, really lucky with it. But we should be fine here. Hopefully. Bop, bop. Okay, yeah, the damage solidified it, so we're fine. Big W. Oh, that domination is a bit annoying. Why would you do that? Alright, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we are cutting it extremely, extremely close here. But all is well, because now we are going to get the ultimate, and we go ahead and take her out. And that's the clear. Pretty, like, that's pretty damn free to play to me, right? Like, the hardest thing on this to get, besides Gallagher, is going to be the swordplay Lycon, right? Like I said, if you have ratios, you can use ratios instead. If you have another Lycon that you think would be better, you can use that instead. I highly recommend swordplay. It's really good. Everything else is practically just free to grab for every single player. But yeah, that's the budget team. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Hopefully it helped you out for those of you who ended up pulling Feixiao and were not prepared whatsoever. I highly recommend going for Robin instead of the light cone, though. If you do end up pulling Feixiao and have some currency left over, Robin would help this team out so much more. You can run the same thing and just run this, and the damage would be so much higher than running Asta and just giving speed, right? Because you have an action advance, she gives crit damage, all that good stuff. But anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and of course don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.